Hey, this is Dewey Bragg of Kill Devil Hill, and you're watching CMS TV.
So proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave. Ow!
Right back here on the Seth Williams Show with Chris Akin. How are you?
I'm wonderful now. That was so glad that happened.
If you're listening on the radio, what happened is we had Jim Norton on, and we cannot air it. But
Yeah, sorry, WHK.
yeah, it was fun, and so yeah.
So go watch it on Rumble or YouTube.
If you want to check out that interview, yes, look up the Seth Williams Show on Rumble, YouTube. You can check it out there. I will probably be posting it as well on my Facebook page.
Yes.
So yes, we will have links to it all over the place, but I cannot put that one on the good old radio.
And if you're listening in a church or something, or in a place with small children, turn it down.
Don't listen to it in the pew. Yes.
Yeah, that was fun.
But he was good, man. He was fun, and I learned some stuff about him I did not know.
Will YouTube play it? I don't know.
But I definitely learned stuff I did not know about Jim, to be honest with you.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like his wife. I did not know about that, to be honest.
Oh, really? Yeah.
And so I kind of was like looking some stuff up while we were doing the interview, and I saw it, and I was like, get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Apparently that is true. So.
Oh, it's definitely true. I mean, look, I'm...
Nor do I care. I don't
care. I could care less. But, you know, I am such a Jim Norton fan.
Yeah.
Dude, literally, I got my sub to XM the day they announced that they were coming back.
Yeah.
And I canceled my sub the day they fired Anthony Cumia.
Yeah.
You know, I was just like, I'm done with this. And, but man, that chemistry that they, even before XM, the chemistry that they had when they were at WNEW there in New York, and they were syndicating here and whatever with,
right.
You know, Sex for Sam and all that kind of stuff. That was such good radio. There's nothing even close to that now. Nothing.
No.
You know.
That
was great.
He's funny, and you know, he's a little controversial at times, but he's certainly entertaining, man. And so you got to get out and check him out at Hilarities. But That was unexpected. Well, it was an expected but unexpected guest, and so.
Well, now we can pull the curtain back. We were told it was going to happen.
Yeah,
but we've been burned so many times.
A couple of times
that we did not say that it was going to happen just to look like idiots. But yeah, that was great. That was so good. So
yeah, it was fun. So there you go. We were talking wrestling before. I don't know what else to talk about at this point. We might be going to World War III. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, what is? I'm not really paying attention. Did we bomb Iran or something? What happened?
Well, I mean, the problem is that Israel is trying to. I obviously I don't know what's been going on the past couple of hours we've been doing the show, but Israel is bombing the hell out of Iran, and to get to one of these nuclear facilities, I think it's like buried inside of a mountain somewhere.
Okay.
And so they need one of these bunker buster bombs, of which we're the ones that have them.
Okay.
And we're the ones that really can only deliver that bomb in one of our B-52s or whatever. And this thing will blow up that friggin' mountain, man. Like, it'll bury itself and bury itself again, and boom. And we really don't want to get involved in this war here, man. We're a little bit involved by helping shoot down some missiles and stuff like that, but it's one of those things you got to be careful of, because you get involved in this, and Iran's got some serious friends, like Russia and China, and now you're dealing with the big boys here, and you're starting to just cause a little bit of a problem. And so maybe it's a one-time deal where we like shoot this bomb off and let it do its thing and then back off. But I don't know. I don't know what the reaction is going to be.
Is the thought that we're going to end up having to send troops?
Well, that's what we don't know yet. I mean, that's what I think. Again, if it's a one-time deal where we take this bomb and we shoot it and drop it on their facility over there, and then we walk away from it, hopefully Iran doesn't do anything.
Okay.
But if they retaliate with some sort of cyber attack or anything else, start attacking our troops in Iraq or wherever, then we're going to have an issue where we may have to have, our forces involved, which I don't think anybody wants.
No.
And Trump is actually really starting to tick off a lot of his fan base by possibly getting involved with this.
If involved in it, where does that leave you? You're a hardcore Trump guy. Does it change your opinion? No,
I'm also a hardcore Israel supporter, that they are our ally and they are alone in that neck of the woods, and we need to do what we need to do to protect them. And protecting them also means protecting that entire region. If Iran gets a nuclear weapon, then all hell breaks loose. I mean, they will literally try to wipe Israel off the map. Mm-hmm. And I'm not for that.
Do you believe they don't have one?
I don't believe it. If they have one, they would have used it already. I mean, from what I've heard, there's like billboards over there. They're counting down the days to the end of Israel. I mean, they're really trying to get this stuff done. I don't know. I don't think that they have one currently. If they had one, they would have used it. Yeah. And but if they get one, there's some serious stuff that would happen. I just find it hard to believe. I mean, when was 9/11? Was what, 25 years ago? Yeah. And we kind of, whether we found it or not, there was the thought that they had those mobile nuclear trucks. Remember that? Weapons of mass destruction? Yeah, but you remember specifically the mobile trucks? Yeah. Where they said they were I don't know what you do it. They were brewing it or whatever they do with uranium. They were treating it or whatever to make it nuclear weapon capable. Yeah. Well, that was 25 years ago. I have a hard time believing that, if we had that here in Ohio, that 25 years would pass and they wouldn't have it in Pennsylvania. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I understand what you're saying. And that's I think, and again, I don't know, I'm nobody, but I really truly believe that there is a sensibility amongst these lunatic leadership people in the Middle East, that they know if they ever pull that card that they will be done. That
their civilization ends.
But what's done? I mean, what do we do? If Iran gets a nuclear weapon and they threaten Israel with it, what are we going to do? Drop one on Iran? You know how many innocent people are in Iran? The Iranian people don't really want this regime that's there.
True.
I mean, I'm not in charge, obviously, but if I was Trump or if I start taking out this regime as quickly as humanly possible, but again, look, I struggle sometimes because we're Americans.
Right.
And I don't want anybody telling us how to run our country. I don't want some foreign country saying, look, I don't like the way you live. You guys can't do that anymore. And as Americans, we always seem to go into these countries and say, no, we don't like the way that you run your country, so you're not going to do it that way anymore. Well, who the hell are we to tell everybody what to do?
Well, I agree.
It's their country.
And look at what happened in the situations where we did do that. We did it in Iraq, and it went to shit. It went to hell. Sorry, I'm in Jim Norton mode now. But we also did it in Libya.
Yeah.
When we took out Gaddafi.
Libya.
Oh, stop it, Siri.
But but I just don't know where we draw the line as far as telling people how to run their lives and how to run their country, whatever it is. But you cannot have a country like Iran getting a nuclear weapon.
Well, I agree with you. I certainly wouldn't want to see that, and I certainly do not want to see any nuclear wars or any kind of wars starting, man. I'm all for just putting a big fence up and you leave us alone, we leave you alone type of an attitude.
Okay, cry closet, where it says, hence the targeting of leadership. But Trump came out and said, hey, we know where the Ayatollah, whatever it is, and we can get him if we want to, and blah, blah, blah. You better listen to us or else. And it's like, well, why didn't you do it already? Why didn't you go after him? Why hasn't Israel got him already? If you know where he's at, then kill him.
Yeah.
But they haven't yet. They've killed other guys. But I just don't know. I don't know what you do. We're in a really tough situation because, again, you start flying our planes over there and sending our troops over there and start bombing and start doing all this stuff. You're going to have, again, the big boys are going to be coming after you. Iran's like, what's Iran going to do? Iran's going to target some bases in Iraq or whatever, and you try to evacuate those. You do it. You probably do some damage to Iran, but. If the big boys like China start coming after you, then all of a sudden we're in a war that nobody wants to see.
Right.
At least wait till I get back from vacation until that one starts.
I don't think anybody wants to see any war, man.
No.
None at all. Yeah, the Scud missiles, stop it. Stop with that nonsense. I saw that stuff in action firsthand. The Scuds and the Patriots and all that nonsense. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie to you. That sucked. Just you'd hear like I was over there and like every 15 seconds it seemed like the alarm would go off. And when the alarm went off, we had to put on what's called mop gear, which is the nuclear, you've seen it, the green suit, the mask, the whole thing, right? So you had to put that stuff on every time the alarm would go off. And man, I cannot even begin to explain to you how hot it is in Qatar.
I can imagine.
It is so hot. And, think of it as wearing a snowsuit in a sauna.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like. And then they would get mad at us. Like, for me, I would just go to sleep in it, which you're just not supposed to do because I guess it renders the mask or the filter ineffective if you fall asleep for 6 or 7 hours breathing through it.
Yeah.
And it's just like, all right, whatever, dude. Just kill me then. There was many times when I was over there, I just thought, just kill me then because it's too hot.
I've been listening. Sometimes I feel guilty that, we live the way that we live. I'm sitting here earlier in the show complaining about Wendy's and my coupon. And then I'm listening to, I was on a Zoom call. I think I told you the other day, I was on a Zoom call when all this bombing started.
Yeah.
And it was with a rabbi who lives in California, but there were rabbis and people throughout the world that were on the Zoom call. But I was invited to be part of it because I've known this guy for a while, and we talked on occasion. great guy. He got into a fight with Candace Owens, which was weird. But, I mean, like, he's a well-known rabbi. And listening to them, I mean, they have literally bomb shelters in the middle of the street. Like, every building has one. They just, and they hear these sirens, they walk in, and, I mean, the people that have been killed, basically, they didn't make it to the bomb shelter in time.
Sure.
But, I mean, they have these things that are just, it's like everyday life for them. And I'm complaining about my double cheeseburger, and they're complaining because they didn't get to a bomb shelter quick enough.
Right. Yeah, because they lost their grandmother and their father or whatever to a bomb.
Right.
And you're bitching because they won't give you a 10-cent reduction because you don't want onions on your burger.
Right. And I didn't get mayo with my sandwich. And like, I feel so silly. And as Americans, we should feel silly when we complain about stuff like that.
Right.
I mean, there's like real world problems out there that we don't have to deal with. But I think that if we get involved in something like this, then we're going to have some real world problems here.
Sure.
I mean, we do some stuff on, we've had this guy on, his name is William Fortune.
Okay.
And if you read his books, it's all about like what would happen if an EMP hits here. Now, China and some of these countries have definite capabilities of an EMP hitting the U.S.
Sure.
Well, what an EMP would do is basically surrender everything that we have useless.
Yeah.
Your car would die in the middle of the street, right where it's at. Your phones would be dead. Your TV would be dead. Your radios would be dead. Everything would be gone.
You'd be a caveman, basically.
I mean, you'd be sitting there not knowing what the hell to do because everything's going to be done. Everything that runs is going to be not running anymore. Your fridge, all this. I mean, and can you imagine the chaos in the streets? I mean, forget about a day of people not being able to go get their stuff at TJ Maxx or McDonald's. Think about if all of a sudden it's like a month.
Yeah.
And we're going to be living like The Walking Dead.
Dude, look at how crazy it was when we had that big power outage when the grid went bad. And that was like 20 years ago or whatever at this point. But you remember that? And the second day, people were already robbing and looting and killing people and everything else. And that was with a day.
We couldn't last a day without electricity in Northeast Ohio. You could drive an hour south and have electricity, yet forget about it.
That's crazy.
But can you imagine if the entire country
that would be
was hit by something like that and we can't drive anywhere? I mean, what would I do? Like, what if I was driving home from work, I'm on the highway, all of a sudden this EMP hits, I'm stuck on 77. Oh, I can't even walk to an exit.
Yeah, I don't think I have a pretty good arsenal, and I don't think I have enough bullets for that kind of chaos.
Because forget about the other country, because once all of our stuff is out, Americans are going to start turning on each other.
Sure.
For food, for water, whatever. I mean, you have to. What are you going to do? You're going to have to be hunkered down in your own home, and again, you're not going to worry about what the Chinese are doing or the Russians are doing. You're going to worry about what your neighbors are going to do to you.
Right.
I mean, after a month of not having an adequate supply of food, you're going to have people trying to get your dogs and your cats. It would be a nightmare. I can't even imagine something like that going on here.
Yeah, it would be tough.
But if we start playing games with Iran and then other people get involved, who knows what's going to happen to us?
Yeah. Well, I can tell you, dog ain't that bad if prepared correctly. So.
Well, I'm staring at my dog, and right now I'm not going to chop her up and chow her down, dude.
Keep feeding her, just in case.
Well, she's a healthy girl. There's definitely a layer of baloney there that I'm going to get my money back. They have dirty bombs, missiles, material. We need to stop them from getting a developed, deliverable warhead. They don't have the uranium process to do it, though.
Iran has the money to buy it from somebody that does, though.
Do they? I mean, well, maybe after Biden started letting him sell oil and all kind of crap.
Just one pallet of Biden money would probably buy a nuke. No?
I don't know, but again, wouldn't you think they would have done it?
No one's saying they didn't do it, but they're holding on to it for the right moment.
Like
they had to, just because our country has military strategists and whatnot doesn't mean the other people don't. They do as well.
I'll tell you right now, something like that breaks down, I'm going to your house.
You'd be safer here, that's for sure.
Absolutely be safer. What am I going to do, throw a leg at them?
Let's get a rock and throw rocks at them.
Well, my neighbor tries to come in, and what am I going to hit him with a bottle of Diet Coke?
Hit him with a broken microphone.
Yeah, a microphone that doesn't work. I could hit him with my laptop. That doesn't work half the time.
Yeah, there you go.
I could strangle him with an internet cord. That doesn't work.
Yeah, if they move slow enough that you can get to them and wrap it around their neck.
But it does worry me to see what's going on a little bit.
Sure.
I mean, so again, please just don't bomb anything until I'm back from vacation.
Right. All right, should we go to mines?
No, we need 8 more minutes here.
Oh, we need 8 more minutes. All right.
Yeah, because we need a segment for the second segment for the radio.
All right. Well, I don't want to talk about this endlessly because it's going to make us in a bad mood for mines. So let's go real quick to this jewel, the WNBA.
Yes, the WNBA.
So this happened last night to everybody's superhero, Caitlin Clark. Watch this. So she's driving. She gets poked in the eye and then blasted.
Blasted.
Now, here's my question for this. There she is, and
dude, it's uncalled for, man.
Well, and it's happening every game.
It is.
Every single game they show, and maybe it's just the people are stoking the fires, so to speak, but seems like Caitlin Clark is taking a beating after beating after beating. My question to you is, do you think she's going to keep putting up with this? She's made $50 million or whatever. Or does she just take off and say, screw this, I'm done. I'm done. I'm not going to put up with this shit. And then it's, and she goes to the, and she goes away and ends this league. Because if she leaves, this league is dead.
I agree with you there, but I think that she might be one of those, I'm going to show them they're not going to bring me down kind of girls, and I'm not going to let them ruin my career. But if I was her, I'd walk away tonight.
Yeah.
I'd say, all right, I'm done, and then watch that league fold because there ain't another person on any one of those teams that anybody is spending any money to see.
No.
And I don't know why they don't like her. I mean, I think it's a racial thing.
I do. It is a racial thing. That's the only. If she was LaQuisha Clark, they would love her.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to be fair on this. If she was LaQuisha Clark, she would not be impacting like this either.
Well, I agree too. I think that Caitlin Clark is an anomaly because she's good at the game and she's white.
Yeah. And even in the NBA. See, it's a weird place that we're at with basketball right now, because for the first time, I do think in my lifetime, or at least in my sports enjoyment lifetime, it is the first time that both the best player in the NBA and the WNBA are white. I mean, I would say Luka is probably the best player in the NBA.
Maybe.
And he's a white dude. If not him, the other guy, what's the other guy's name that's also like from wherever a stand.
From the Nuggets?
Yeah, whatever his name is.
Jokic.
Jokic. The Joker, yeah.
Yeah.
He's one or two as well.
Absolutely. But I don't think that they draw people the way that Caitlin Clark does to the NBA. I think WNBA, I think that Caitlin Clark draws young, white girls, which draws in white families.
Yes.
To spend money at the WNBA. And I don't. Maybe you can call me racist all you want, but it's the truth.
Well, it's just reality. Look at
the ratings have gone up. Their numbers have gone up inside the arenas when she's there.
Look at don't look at Caitlin Clark here. Look at the crowd. The crowd is probably 70% white.
And you didn't see those kind of crowds before she came around.
Well, you didn't see those kind of crowds, period, let alone white or black.
No,
you did not see that many people there.
I wasn't talking race at all. Yeah, I didn't see those kind of numbers until she showed up. And then you get somebody like Angel Reese who couldn't hit a free throw to save her life, and she's knocking this poor girl around and calling her names. And I saw the other day there was a play that Caitlin Clark was going down the court, right? And she's got the ball in her hands. She stopped and like backed up like to dribble, and the girl in front of her fell down, and Caitlin Clark gets called.
Yeah, she got a call to foul. I saw that too. Yeah.
It seems like they're just out to get her. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe she's a mean person, but she doesn't seem like a mean person. She's good at the game.
Well, that's it. She's better than everybody else at the game. And I don't think there's anybody that's even contest. I don't know anything about WNBA. Quite honestly, this on the screen that we're looking at now is the most I've ever watched the WNBA. Right now, I don't watch it. I don't care, and I'll never watch it. But it is interesting that she's so much better than everybody else, and everybody's jealous of it. But this goes back to even like last year with the Angel Reese. With they're watching for more than just one person. They're watching for me too. No, they're not. They're not. They're watching for Caitlin Clark. Period. When she was injured for a couple of weeks, their ratings went down. I think I saw 70%. Like when they knew that she wasn't playing, that nobody watched the games.
I mean, look, I don't like basketball, period, to be honest with you. I'll watch it. Sure. I'll watch some of the playoffs, and occasional Cavs game was on, I'd watch it. Right. But if I see Caitlin Clark is on the screen when I turn on a WNBA game, not that I give it a whole lot of time, but I'll watch for 10 minutes and see what she does, and because it is interesting. It's a good storyline. And I guess it's an even bigger storyline now that she's getting the hell beat out of her for being white. Maybe that's the WNBA is playing. Maybe they're trying to knock her around a little bit to make it a bigger story. Mm-hmm. But whatever. All right, let's wrap it up. Let's play the music and get the hell out of here.
All right.
Thanks to Jim Norton for coming on. Again, if you missed it because we did not play it on the radio, or if you missed it because you weren't listening earlier, shame on you. But go back and listen. It'll be on YouTube. It'll be on Rumble, and I'm going to throw a link on Facebook and stuff like that. Yeah. So check it out because it was unexpected and it was a lot of fun.
That was great.
So thanks to everybody for listening. God willing, I'll talk to you. Well, we'll talk to you in
2 weeks.
About a week and a half because next week I'll be on vacation. I'm going to try to send some videos, so watch out for those. Right, otherwise, thank you, everybody. We'll talk to you later.
All right, see ya.
Seth Williams loves this land, stands tall and proud. Believes in freedom, speaks his mind out loud. Mentored by Triv, he learned to be tough. Life knocked him down, but he got back up. Lost a leg, but he's still strong and true. Chasing dreams under skies of red, white, and blue. Voting for Trump, he shouts it clear. WTAM tried to bring him down, but he's still here. In the heart of America, Seth takes a stand. Against the tides, he defends our land. Liberals call him crazy, but he don't care. He's got the spirit of an eagle, soaring high in the air. Hates LeBron James, won't wear that crown. Prefers hard work and blue jeans in this town. Radio waves try to shut him up, but Seth keeps singing, filling that cup. From the small town streets to the mountain high, Seth sees the flag waving, reaching for the sky. He keeps on fighting with a rebel yell, for every fallen soldier and the stories they tell. In the heart of America, Seth takes a stand. Against the tides, he defends our land. Liberals call him crazy, but he don't care. He's got the spirit of an eagle, soaring high in the air. From the small town streets to the mountain high, Seth sees the flag waving, reaching for the sky. He keeps on fighting with a rebel yell, for every fallen soldier and the stories they tell. In the heart of America, Seth takes a stand. Against the tides, he defends our land. Liberals call him crazy, but he don't care. He's got the spirit of an eagle, soaring high in the air.
Welcome to the ultimate experience for hard rock and heavy metal fans. Introducing the CMS Locals VIP app, your #1 destination for all things on the CMS network. Dive into the classic metal show, Chris Akin Presents, Seth Williams Show, and more, all in one place. It's free to get started or elevate your experience with a subscription for just $4.99 a month. Go commercial-free, get advanced releases, and enjoy exclusive bonus episodes. Plus, it's the prime spot to chat with like-minded fans who love raw, uncensored commentary. Are you ready to rock? Download from your iOS or Android store, search for the CMS network, and join the community now. It's free, it's easy, and it's the best way to keep our shows with you every single day. Install the Locals.com app today and follow the CMS network.